Okay, now next adjustment is interest on capital. Now, first thing regarding that, who invests capital? Businessman will invest capital. Businessman or entrepreneur or proprietor, that person will invest capital. To whom capital is given. Yes, very good. Yes, very good, very good. Businessman will always give capital to the business. That's why capital is the liability of the business. Now, third question, who will pay interest on capital? Yes, very good. Why businessman will pay interest on capital? If business has taken money from the businessman, then obviously business will pay the interest. See the first two questions, who is giving money and who is taking money. So the person who is taking money is always liable to pay the interest. Isn't it so? If you are borrowing any loan from bank, you will be paying the interest. If you are giving money to the bank, bank will be paying you interest. That's why you keep your money in saving account or fixed deposit account. This is very simple logic. Everything is logical. So try to be logical. If your logics are strong, you will never get confused in this subject. Now, next is, then for business, interest on capital will be expense or income. If business is paying interest on capital, then interest on capital will be expense or income. Yes, it will be expense. It will be expense. Obviously, when you are paying interest on capital, it will be your expense. So now, as per the rules, we should debit the expense account or credit the expense account. What are the rules for nominal account? Debit all expenses and losses. So I will debit the interest on capital account, debit to. Now, if business is paying interest on capital, it can be bank account or cash account. But in practice, because we are discussing right now proprietorship accounts, in practice, business will not pay the interest in cash. Whatever the interest is there, that will that business will retain with itself. So that's why, but that interest belongs to businessman. This interest belongs to businessman, but that money has been kept by the business on behalf of businessman. So that's why the capital of the proprietor will increase. Capital of the proprietor will increase due to this interest on capital. Is this logic clear? Because proprietorship accounts in this proprietorship business, business and businessman, they are not separate. We are treating them separate only for the accounting point of view, only for the accounting purpose. So whatever earning businessman is doing in his business in the form of interest, in the form of profit, that all belongs to businessman. But even then, that part of his income, which you can say profit or interest, remain invested in the business only. So that's why that money belongs to the proprietor, but that money is already kept with the business. So that's why the capital of the proprietor will increase. So that's why I'm crediting capital account. So entry is clear. Now there are two parts. First part is interest on capital. What type of account interest on capital is? What type of account interest on capital is? Personal, real or nominal? Yes, it is a nominal account. It is an expense. Few minutes back, we have discussed that interest on capital is an expense for the business. So expenses come in nominal account category. We have to be logical. We have to think logically. Whatever we are answering, we should have a logic of that. Now, interest on capital account is a nominal account. So, in which financial statement I should write it? In which financial statement I should write interest on capital? Yes, very good, very good, very good. Profit and loss account. Check yourself. If you are not able to answer my questions, then something wrong is going on. You are not on the right track. That I should tell you. That means you are not doing regular practice. You are not paying attention to the things. You are not revising the concepts in the evening. And later on, you will realize that what mistake you have done. It's not class 9th, not class 10th. Come out of that mindset, please. Again, I am saying, come out of that mindset. Now, on which side it will come? If it is written on the profit and loss account, on which side it will come, debit side or credit side? Debit side. Now, the next part of the entry is capital account. So, capital account is what type of account? Capital account is what type of account? It is personal account. It is asset for the business or liability for the business? It is liability for the business. What type of balances liability account has? Debit balance or credit balance? Liability account has a credit balance. Credit balance. So I am crediting capital account in this entry also. I am crediting capital account in this entry also. So due to this factor, my capital will increase or decrease. Proprietor's capital will increase or decrease. Obviously increase. Now how I will be presenting that in my financial statements? So because interest on capital is my expense, I will write here to interest on capital, and this interest on capital will be added in capital here. Add interest on capital. The way drawings have been deducted, profits have been added. Same way, interest on capital will also be added in the capital. So this way we will be adjusting interest on capital. This is the way for the adjustment of interest on capital. If you will listen these concepts on daily basis for few minutes, you will not be confused by so much questions, by so much criteria which I am discussing over here. These will start automatically coming into your mind, but you have to listen it again and again. What logic has been applied? Why this logic has been applied? What is the meaning of this particular transaction or adjustment? Why we are doing this journal entry? Try to be clear about each and everything. This all you will find in chapter number 9 also, journal entries also. The same entries have been discussed there also. These are not new journal entries. Because we don't practice it regularly, we don't listen it regularly, that's why we face this problem. Please do a practice and start solving numericals also.